Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhas. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhas. Namo tas bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhas. So, dear Dhamma friends, before we start our session, it is better yourself to understand how we're going to practice this technique. So, in the beginning, our main purpose is tranquilizing our mind, calm down. So, for that, we get a mental object as our primary mental object, our inhalation, exhalation. So here we mainly focus our attention to in front of our nose and our upper lip area. And then allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen itself. So don't try to maintain it or don't try to count it. Don't try to hold your inhalation, exhalation. Just allow it to happen as it is. And when it happens, recognize through the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. And so allow it to happen and recognize as it is. So that is the first step. And when you observe, remember, never have the kind of like any kind of chattering inside you, any conversation yourself. Don't talk to your mind. And without talking yourself, learn to observe. So that will help you to get into tranquility state little by little. Because as you know, we always have an inner conversation. We chattering ourselves, arguing. So first thing is you have to shut down it. That's why you need the mental object. So once you have your primary mental object, stay with it. In Pali we call nimitta. And then again and again, you work with it, called kamatahana. So kamatahana means working place, or the practice you keep doing again and again, your mental activity. So then now your mental activity become observing your inhalation, exhalation without doing anything else. So once you get into the sensation and in the beginning recognize separately, this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Let everything to calm down. Don't try to make anything happen the way you want. Just accept everything. And then when the mind little bit calm down and relax, observe the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. So knowingly observe the inhalation and exhalation. Entire continuation of it. And then some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. So no one doing it. It's just happening. So recognize it. That way your mind, your body, your thoughts, breathing start to calm down when you keep observing this way. So calming down your body, calming down your mind, calming down your thoughts, calming down your breathing, this inhalation, exhalation start to happen. And then in a certain level, your body, your mind, your breathing start to work as one. So that is the tranquility state in conventional level you can achieve. So once you get into that level, from there you observe deeply 5 aggregates and how this is happening inside you. So for that, what you have to do, the very first thing, what you observe, your primary mental object and the observer, that's mean your consciousness. There is a gap in the beginning. You will see somebody watching it too. Somebody was watching something. That's what mainly in the beginning you feel mostly. So, but there is no somebody watching something. What you experience itself, it's you. So little by little, you have to fill that gap and see how that the experience itself become you. So in the beginning, the feeling, the form and the matter. So your inhalation, exhalation is your form. And recognize it. Now it is happening in this very moment. It is not the past or it is not in the future. It is very real. So get settled down with it. And you experience it in the present moment. And that will help your mind to calm down. And as a result of that, what is happening, and you in the beginning, you recognize inhalation, exhalation, and then deeply, you will start to see how when the inhalation, exhalation happens, the feelings arise. When the inhalation, exhalation happens, deeply, feelings arise. You can see it. The body start to feel different. When the inhalation happens, it's different. When the exhalation happens, it's different. So, and stay with it and observe it. It is not you doing anything. You just observe and recognize. And out of that feeling, there is a sensation arise. And sometimes it's comfortable, and sometimes it's discomfortable, and sometimes it's neutral. And out of that sensation, thought arise. Oh, this is good. This is not good. It's kind of like mental versions. This should be like this. And oh, this is a long inhalation. This is a short inhalation. It come out of the sensation. And out of that mental version, the cognition or the recognition arise. Inhalation or exhalation. So that when that it come to the cognition or the understanding, the inhalation or exhalation, it's like a multivitamin tablet. So in that multivitamin, as example, just take a 5 vitamins and you put it to one tablet. So like that, when you recognize this is inhalation, finally, in that recognition, you have the form, feeling, sensation, formation, and the recognition. So all these 5 we call consciousness. All these 5 change. When the inhalation happen, it is different. Exhalation happen, it is different. Just observe. When you observe that, you're going to see it. And then it can happen in 4 ways. That's why it's called 4 foundation. And from where it happened, this is what you experience. There's nothing. Because the form mean itself, the contact with whatever the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So whatever the perception come as a form. So as example, the sound has a form. So when the dog bark, when you hear that sound, the dog doesn't come to you as a picture. It comes as a sound, but by hearing the sound, your mind recognize it as a dog. So it see that the sound has a form. The smell and the sandalwood, the smell come and you recognize what is the sandalwood mean. And the rose, when the smell come and there is a picture arise, rose. So they see that where that picture. So that picture inherent in the sensation, and it need the consciousness, this together. So that's why we call the inhalation, exhalation, we take it as a form. So this all the feelings, everything has a form. So whatever the perception come, it come with the form. But it cannot happen itself. It need a kind of interference from inside you to complete it. And so once it happen, and little by little observe, because each and every moment different feelings arise, different sensation. And when you keep observing this little by little, your mind slowly settle down. Not only settle down, by the observation itself, you recognize in this moment by moment change. That moment by moment change itself will show you the very existence itself, the moment by moment change. As a result of that, what is happening? So the four foundation, bodily sensation, feelings, thoughts, and the nature. Kaya anupassana, contemplating the body. So the breathing related to that, because it is a bodily action, and you observe it. And then you see the same change. And Vedana anupassana, contemplating the feelings. If you recognize the feelings, that the same thing happening. According to feelings change, according to the consciousness change. Chitta anupassana, thoughts the same. When the thoughts arise, in according to that form arise, then the feelings arise, sensation arise, and then again another the mental formations arise, and as a result of this all, the cognition arise. And so like that, it can happen. And the Dhamma anupassana, contemplating the very nature of the body, it explained in different ways, but the very nature of the body. And like when you eat, it digest, no one doing it. It itself, it has a system to follow. And how that another thing is a blood circular system. So how it is different from the feelings, because when it digests, it go deeper inside, you don't have any feelings. So it is it cannot take it as a bodily action and separately in the beginning. So it is a natural process, because you cannot change anything. It has to go its way. It has a way to go. It related with the dharma or the nature. So like that blood circular system, nerve system, sympathetic nerve system, parasympathetic nerve system, this all we call autonomic nerve system. It's naturally happening. So like that, you observe, whatever you observe, you're going to see the change. Once you get into the change, and little by little, what is happening? In the very first level, when you stay with the change again and again, you observing, recognizing, experience the change, what is happening? Slowly the desire fade. disappear little by little, slow down the desire becoming. And as a result of that, what is happening, when the desire fade, the anger or the resistance cannot exist. Then the resistance or the anger and slow down. And as a result of that, what is happening, heaviness, dullness going to go away, and your body, physically you feel energized, and mentally you feel awake, and you don't feel sleepy, you don't feel tired. That's why the happy, because when there is a joy arise, when the anger disappear, when the desire disappear, you feel free, comfortable. When you feel free, comfortable, joy, happy, there is no sleepiness. And as example, anywhere when you enjoy something, you wake up. And if there's somebody sleeping, what you do? Suddenly you try to wake up. Hey, wake up, look. So like that, you wake up. That's a mental quality. So when you deeper, the anger disappear, and the becoming nature disappear, desire disappear. This is what happening. The joy arises in you. As a result of that, sloth and torpor disappear. And then now you are energized and you strong physically, mentally, you awake. And as a result of that, again and again, you see the inhalation, exhalation in this very moment, and how this change happening in this very moment. Because change you cannot experience in the past or the future. You experience in this very moment. As a result of that, what is happening, your mind detached from past and the future, stay in the present. And then you become very clear, and you know what you're experiencing, and then there is no worry regarding the past or the future. No comparison. And as a result of that, doubt disappears. What is the doubt? Regarding the Buddha or the Dhamma or the Sangha or the technique you practice. How it happened? Because now you know that what you practice is work. And what you keep practice is working. You get the result. And when you get the result, there is no doubt. That is where you're going to know, or what the Buddha said is right. Or what is in the Dhamma is right. What is this monk teaching is right. And what is you practice is right. And then again and again you stay in the path. So that is how, from the beginning with your mental object, and you recognizing and get into the tranquility state, calming down and settle down with the breathing, and then slowly you go little by little and observe the change with the 5 aggregates, and from there, and little by little, you can slowly slow down 5 hindrance and take out all the 5 hindrance. When the day comes for you, you very clearly stay with the 5 aggregates and recognizing that, and release this all the 5 hindrance for to the bottom level. And that is the day your transformation happens. So it is a process. Only thing is not how long you practice, how quality you are sitting, how the effort you bring to your moment is the important. So then always remember to keep the clarity, and without involving your thoughts, and without having a chat inside yourself, with the free, clear mind, observe and experience, and with that experience, and try to go little by little yourself deep. So with that, Let's practice a little bit. And your right palm on your left, and neck get straight in one line. Be comfortable with your posture. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply inhale, exhale 3 times and find the sensation. Be aware about your posture and intentionally bring your attention towards the sensation and follow the sensation. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through your compound, village, city, state, country, world, and this universe. And as far as we can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding ourselves like this. Mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside. To your left side. To your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy. Without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So dear Dhamma friends, in day-to-day life, that sometimes we argue with others, we get disappointed, we become worried, sad, because of misunderstanding. So what is this misunderstanding? And why this happen? So with the there is understanding. So there is something missing. Why that you missing it? Because there is understanding there, but why you missing it? And when it comes to the conventional life, there are certain things around us why we cannot understand. And to eternal life, in our spiritual life, even though there is a truth, why we cannot see it? Why we miss the truth? Because it itself exists with us. And when you practice meditation, you're not going to get into another kind of plane or existence or different kind of world to understand something. So you understanding the reality within yourself. But why in day-to-day life we cannot understand it? Why we cannot see it? Why we have to have a different kind of technique or the practice ourselves to go with it? Where it begins, this misunderstanding. So when it comes to understanding, mostly we depending with the thoughts and the words. So the word thoughts has two things. One is the word, and other one is the form. So when you thinking, that means you have certain words and there are certain forms inside you. You need this both to think. So whatever the thoughts or the forms that we carry within ourselves is not going to be equal to whatever the exist outside related with what you think. Whatever the imagination you have with the thoughts and the form is not going to match equal with the outside situation what you think. And that is where the misunderstanding happen. The main reason for that, we have always inner chattering ourselves. We have our own conversation. So you have your own meanings for certain words. You have your own forms to recognize and understand and express certain things and the situations in your life, just only personal for you. So just imagine then, if you have very personal experience, and if you have very personal form, or if you have very personal meaning with the words, how other person can understand it? So when it comes to language, mainly when it comes to word, literal meaning, psychological meaning. So the literal meaning mainly come according to its original information. And the psychological meaning going to change according to the person, condition of the mind and the situation. So when you not able to recognize the outside situation, or when you not going to become equal with the literal meaning, or if you misunderstand, or if you have a different interpretation regarding that word, so the itself, the meaning come to you is going to become different. So then you start to build your thought on a different kind of idea. And then the understanding become change. It's go different way. And you detach from the real meaning. So in conventionally, we experience this. In conventionally, only in conventional life, you can misunderstand. Why? Because in conventional life, we have our personal views regarding the meanings for the words. But in the eternal life, there's not something like that. There's no way that you can misunderstand. Why? Because your consciousness, your awareness, your mind come out of this literal and psychological meanings. So even you experience something, that experience you're not going to convert to words. If you imagine yourself that that no one can experience explain something through words exactly as it is to another person. Why? Because maybe according to that person, that the way that person understand it going to become different. So the words kind of like a key. We need the words because it exists, that all the dharma and all the spiritual teachings and even the communication, this everything, we need words. But where the misunderstanding arises, when you personalize that words and trying to convert it to, or trying to interpret it with your own personal experience. So the words is like a key for your house. Just imagine. It's giving enter to something. But the thing is, where we misunderstand, we just hold it to the key without entering. So you mentioned you have a key that you show when you have a house. And sometimes, like you have seen advertisement, like the real estate advertisement. So they show mostly the house key. So that's mean when you show somebody the house key, that's mean you have a house. But it is not the key. The key is a different thing, but it behind this, it inherent a bigger meaning. But without entering to that bigger meaning, if you just hold it to this key, look how limited. That is what happened. Because all the words inherent different meaning. There is deeper meaning. So you have to have ability to go into that deeper meaning. The main barrier is hindrance is our own intellectual meaning, because that not allow you to get into that real meaning. It always bringing kind of like arguments and inner chattering. So that's why when you are practice meditation, what is happening little by little, this argument's going to disappear. And you just experience. When you experience for the moment, in that very moment, you no need word for that, but there is something, without getting into words, you go deeper experience. We need the experience, but we hold it to words. That's why mainly we just keep running, because we imagine. So imagination come out of our inner this chattering. That's why that we build image. So the life also itself imagination today. We live with imagination. Why? Because we hold it to with these very limited words. I give another analogy for this to make you very clear with this. So you know this the very old typewriters. For that typewriters or even these computers, we call keyboard key. So the key means that one letter we mention as a one key, because that letter has a power to build a word. That's mean it giving power to enter to something. And this way it's called keyboard. So when you have the keyboard, that's mean it giving enter. It's like you entering to a house or something. It giving entering to the meaning. But if you don't enter to the meaning, and if you just hold it to surface level of the word, you just hold it. It's like maybe you keep hanging the key wherever that you feel comfortable. So how then you can get into this deeper meaning of the key? So the very first thing you have to do when you hear, even when you read something, when you listen, so when you do something, so remember the first drop down your inner chattering. Drop down your inner conversation, proliferation, always going like a circle, blah, 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 blah. Maybe you talk yourself sometimes. Sometimes people walk and they just keep talking to themselves. So even it become a physical action. And sometimes it become kind of like when people sleeping and themselves, they keep talking. See how powerful it is? How that happen when you sleep? How you going to talk? With whom you talk? Because you have in a conversation always. That's why you cannot get into the right understanding. It is a one reason. That's why you misunderstand a lot of things in life. So then whenever you have time, and slow down, whatever you do the action, get into that action, do it. And don't try to live in your mind, or don't try to imagine always regarding things or the others or the situations. No, even regarding other people, everyone have their own way. They're not going to depend because you imagine about them. Everyone have their own personal life, so it's better yourself and little bit calm down. And even the situations, look at the world, how the situations unfold every day, it's different. The important thing is what the right or the best thing that you can do in this very moment. Why? Because according to that situation, the tomorrow going to change. So then how you can come to that level in your life? You have to have a clear mind. So when you have the clear mind, you understanding right according to the situation. That understanding will lead you to take the right decision for the moment. That right decision for the moment what you take make you comfortable and make you peaceful, and that comfort, that peace is lead you to the next moment. So when you go to the eternal life, in eternal life there is no words. The what you experience deeply, you cannot explain to anybody. So your happiness, your sadness, your worry, your pain, you cannot explain by words. Then somebody going to understand something else. So then, but still, when your mind become clear, when your mind completely come out of this all the thoughts, and we all going to experience the same thing. There is no different. That's why it goes universal truth. That truth is everybody to similar. And there is something beyond these words, that the word is very limited and it depends according to literal meaning and psychological meaning and geographical situations. It going to different. But there is when it comes to Dharma, there is a universal language within this life. So don't stuck with the words. Don't deal with the word. Don't argue with the words. Don't fight with the words. And sometimes people say things and they don't understand what it is. And they have no choice. Sometimes they have to say it. So like that, don't tangle with this outside word. The word have come as a key. Remember that. So get that key and try to go into it and see what is inside it. Always remember, whenever whatever you hear, especially when you hear the Dhamma or the Sutras, and always try to remember the surface level of the word is nothing to do. It's different meaning. And as example, somebody say to you, the mango tree. What you understand according to that word? That you will never understand what mango tree that person talk about you unless that you see the same thing with the same person. So the same thing with the everything. And sometimes you mean something else, another person understand it in a different way. So, but in conventionally, and we communicate with each other, and always remember, when somebody misunderstand or something, calm down, relax, and then get into peace yourself, and just try to get out of your inner conversation, and that will help you to find the balance and see where things went wrong. So the mostly what is happening, we do other thing. When things go wrong, when things happen unbalanced, everybody start to talk, everybody start to argue, and it go to more arguments. So that's why it's learn to calm down, learn to slow down inside this inner conversation, shut down. Always remember to learn to be silent a little bit. You will never feel lonely. You feel deeper connection. But when you have inner chattering always, wherever you go, even middle of the thousands of people, sometimes you start to feel lonely. Why? Because you never develop the art to get connected. Your inner chattering always disconnect you. So then remember yourself, little by little, come out of this inner chattering and calm down, slow down, and learn to listen a little bit. Be quiet. Then you will see there is a deeper, the art of learning you can get. And that is the kind of like a key you entering to wisdom. So you need it. And especially in any life, whatever you have. Especially in this conventional life, you need it. So get that key and get into that, and don't even hold it to that key. That's why this keyboard it is just not the keyboard. It's not it giving you the key to enter to wisdom. So get into that. It is your gift. When the words come, it is a gift. So unwrap it and get into the bottom of it. And that is how you can find the bliss with the language. So with that, I'm going to tell you a little story for the day. There was a Zen school, and in that Zen school, they practice martial art. And once a year, they graduate only one student. So that student should be the best students. and they graduate to the black belt. So then there was a student and he practiced so hard. And so then the graduation day came and everybody was waiting. This student came to the master and bowed and now waiting for the black belt. And then master told, so before I offer the belt, I'm going to have a final test. So the student told, I thought the test already finished, over. I passed the test. The master told, no, there is only one question. And the student told, oh, it's okay then. Then the master asked, what is the meaning of black belt? So the student told, oh, it is the 4-year hard practice achievement. And it is a reward for me. And the master told, you fail. And come next year. The student went disappointed and went and start to practice hard work, hard practice. And then that year, nobody graduated. So then all the students also now get back to, because who knows the next year who going to be. So then other students need to beat this is student, because otherwise that other student going to wait for another year. So then somehow he became the best student, and then again he came. And that day, now graduation day, he was ready to get, oh, this time I'm going to get this. So the moment came and the master told the final question. So I will make it easy for you because you came second time. And I asked the same question. Then maybe answer going to become easy. And ask, what is the meaning of black belt? So this student was a little bit mad and angry, and now it's kind of like, because last year I practiced so hard, and 4 years I practiced, and then again another year I practiced and again asked the same question. And he got mad and told, this is a hard practice, and I keep doing all my best for this, and it's almost, I'm so tired about this. So like that, he got so disappointed about this. And he had all the kind of like negative ideas about the black belt and his graduation. And because this whole year he was practicing with the anger. And so then he told, somehow I have to get this. And I was keep practicing so hard for this year. And I knew the 4-year practice not enough. So I practiced extra 1 year for this. And the master told, you failed the exam. Come next year. Not only him, that now the whole school, I have to work for another year. And then the third time, somehow he came. And the graduation day, he came. And asked master, what is the meaning of black belt? The student told, there is no meaning for that. Whoever hold it in front of me have power to give it to me or put me on another 1 year training. So the master told, you passed the test. So my dear friends, our life also like that. When we in the mother's womb, 9.5 months, we waiting to come out. When the day come out, everybody happy, we enjoy. And then everybody waiting for go to preschool. And we think, oh, that is the day this everything going to accomplish. And parents become so happy. And from that day, then we go to high school and then university. And everybody becomes so happy. And when the graduation day come, nowadays this 2020 class graduations happening everywhere, people enjoy, and so, and things they achieve too. And then everybody struggle to look for a job. And then again, that it take us to struggle to find something and survive ourselves, and then get into marriage and settle down life. And once you have the marriage, then it push you to have children. And then you think when the first child born, and you have party, and it's everything. It's beautiful. Nothing wrong with this. And then the children's situations come to your life, and then the problem count double. And this, because now your life, now children's life, and grandchildren's life, and this becoming mess, and the situations going on. And then little by little you think, oh, I achieved this, and then you enjoy. And when the children do their things, and then when they get married, you think, oh, I achieved this and that. But deeply, so what is happening? And when the day comes for us to die, then everybody gather and do the ceremony. So may he get into something good in the next life. So like that, and they push us to another situation. And even ourselves, we dreaming like that. So always remember, when situations come, when you end something, and it always you are in a situation, and you have to depend from others. There is only one place that you can be free completely from everything. That is the achievement of enlightenment. Otherwise, it always your achievement give power to somebody else to put you in 1 year training, or to reward you. So it always like that in life. It always other people have the power to decide where we should be. So then yourself, be careful. Whatever the situations come to you, just yourself, don't be too happy. There's nothing wrong. We have in conventional life, we have to go with it. But deeply remember, the true achievement is the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. But before this, that whatever happen, it is okay to enjoy. Take your rewards, but always remember, it's nothing to you. It's nothing. Because it always gives power to somebody to put you on training for another year. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patient courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbetiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavat. Ittavata cha ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you. Thank you very much, everyone.